Welcome, brave captains, to the high seas of Conquest. Prepare to embark on an epic journey and be ready to learn about the Warhammer in Sea of Conquest. There are 4 things I would like to achieve in this video. First, why should you buy or build the Warhammer ship and add it to your fleet? Second thing, I would like to cover all the Warhammer unique skills it brings to the table. What are the benefits of the 3? Third, what ship parts should you be using to accomplish the best performance from your Warhammer? And last but not least, what heroes you should use with your current unique skills and ship parts for the Warhammer.
Okay, let's stop wasting time and get into the video. Now, why should you buy the Warhammer ship in Season 1 or build it in Season 2 and add it into your fleet? The Warhammer exceeds in performing cutthroat damage that will outperform all damage types in the open sea warfare when you're in Season 1 and all the way into Season 4. With the right setup, you'll see a massive amounts of damage to the enemy fleet, and you'll watch them sink to the bottom of the seas. You'll be using the Warhammer ship for all the seasons that have been implemented in the game so far, so the longevity is there, and it'll continue to outperform most ships. Now let's get into the fun part of reviewing the Warhammer unique skills and then what makes it shine. The first unique skill I would like to cover is the Fleet Sunderer, because the skill that comes with the Warhammer when you buy it. You will not be able to get the other 2 skills unless you build the Warhammer in Season 2. The Fleet Sunderer, when the ship launches a basic attack, there's a 20% probability that it will deal a cutthroat damage equal to 100, 150 to 200%, matters the rarity of the skill, of its attack to the target. The skill can be triggered at most once every 10 seconds. The damage will increase as the target's current HP decreases. The boost can increase up to 50 to 70 to 100% of the attack. So again, this is the skill that comes with the Warhammer when you buy the ship in Season 1. It's a very good starting off unique skill for the heroes that you'll have available in Season 1, but I don't believe it's the best later on through the seasons that we'll go through. The next unique skill I would like to go to is the Same Old Trick. The Same Old Trick. The highest cutthroat damage in the previous 20 or 10 seconds will be recorded. Every 20 or 10 seconds in the battle, the ship will launch a skill that deals the recorded damage against the target fleet. So what this is saying is, in the first 10 seconds of the battle, whoever has the highest cutthroat damage in that first 10 seconds, it'll repeat that highest recorded damage again. So whoever has whatever hero has the highest cutthroat damage crit, they'll perform that again and again and again every 10 seconds or 20. It matters what level skill you have or rarity skill you do have. Next one I would like to go to is the Cost of Strength. Another one that you can only get if you actually build the ship, and that is the Cost of Strength. The cutthroat damage, it will inflict armor piercing the hit ship. Armor pierce decreases armor by 18, 24, or 32 for the following 5 seconds. And by then, an additional 5, 7.5, or 10 for every 20 impact the ship has. So what this is saying is it will, every time you perform cutthroat damage, it will inflict an armor piercing to the ship that it hits. Now, that ship will also lose more armor when it calculates your impact that you have actually on your cutthroat ship. So there's a few set pieces that will make this work even better. So there's a really good ship part that goes with this, and that's the Blade of Freedom, which will also increase your impact. And then you also can work on rolling great stats to increase your impact on this. So this becomes a very valuable skill later on, especially in Season 3 with the hero you get in Season 3 for Cutthroat. Now let's move over to the ship parts part of the video, and we can go over how the Cost of Strength will interact with Blade of Freedom and other set pieces.
What we're looking at is the Blade of Freedom ship part, which can be used on all ships due to its impact and attack set bonuses. The Blade of Freedom set provides a 2- and 4-piece bonus. The 2-piece bonus provides the ship with plus 15% impact, and if you have 4 pieces, it will provide an additional plus 18% attack. As I mentioned a minute ago, with the Cost of Strength, unique skill, the more impact your Warhammer has, it will increase its armor break to bypass the enemy armor. When performing skills, with the right amount of impact, you can decrease a significant amount of armor to help you and your allies bring down the enemy fleets. Now, if we decided to go with the Requiescence O Black set, we we will be only increasing the amount of cutthroat damage we're inflicting onto the enemy. The 2-piece set will be providing us with plus 10% more cutthroat damage to our Warhammer. The 4-piece set bonus reads as the following. Your enemy will take 8% more cutthroat damage for the following 3 seconds if you deal cutthroat damage. The effect can stack up to 5 times. So every time your hero performs a cutthroat damaging skill, you will performing an additional percentage of damage to them. This set performs extremely well with the same old trick unique skill. Due to it will be applying your highest cutthroat damage you performed in 10 seconds and performing it again and again every 10 seconds. Both ship's parts we just covered will work with the Fleet Sunderer, and I recommend the set that has the best stats to be used with the Fleet Sunderer. Remember, the skill only triggers off a basic attack with a 20% probability of it triggering. It uses both attack and cutthroat modifiers, so both sets will increase the skill's performance. So either set you cannot go wrong with when using the Fleet Sunderer set. Now let's move on to the heroes you can use on your Warhammer.
Now, if we're only using Season 1 heroes, we have many combinations that we have available to our arsenal that we can add to the Warhammer ship. For our captains, our best options would be Bones, so we'll implement Bones here. And then for our first mate, we have 2 options, and it matters the setup that you're using. If you're using Blade of Freedom or your Cutthroat set pieces, your go-to would be Kojo for sure. Kojo will perform the most damage, but there's also another option we'll go over in a minute. We also have Luna as our gunner. And all 3 of these are options in Season 1, and you'll use them in Season 2 as well. And in Season 3, things change, as you'll know later on. Now onto the other option I mentioned that you could use instead of Kojo. If you're using the Blade of Freedom set and you're using the armor piercing, a survivability hero you could use in here to stay alive longer is Madame Lulu. And she scales, her one skill scales off from attack power right here. So when Lulu performs her skill, she heals one ship with the lowest HP in her fleet, replenishing HP equal to 50% of her attack. So again, her skill is scaling off her attack power of the ship. Same thing right here. Her other skill, Lulu heals the ship under her command, replenishing HP equal to 176% of her ship's attack. So if you're using the Blade of Freedom skill, or set pieces, that'll keep adding more attack power to your ship. And then if you have the good stats on those ship parts, it'll add more attack power for a ship, so it'll increase her healing, which will increase your cutthroat survivability and staying in the battle longer than just using Kojo and trying to out-damaging the ship before you die. And for you people that are in Season 3, as you know, you'll have Onimusha, which you can put him in the first mate spot instead of Kojo, but Kojo is still a really good option if you do not have the stars or you don't have the con just to pull him. He's not too far behind, and he still performs very well with these setups. And this is the current setup I'm using right now in Season 3, personally, and I'm also using the Cutthroat set pieces for my ship parts, and I'm also using the same old trick, again, the hero skill that has dealt the highest cutthroat damage in the previous 10 seconds will be recorded for every 10 seconds in the battle, and the ship will launch a skill that deals recorded damage against the target fleet. So this is my current setup I'm using. Is it the best option? I feel like it is at the moment and what I have available to me, but it doesn't mean that there's not other things that can work out as well.
I hope this in-depth guide has provided you with the needed tools to make a decision if the Warhammer ship is one you should buy or build and add it into your fleet in Sea of Conquest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things Sea of Conquest. Until next time, may the winds be ever in your favor.